Welcome back to So This is Thailand and Expert Advice. Now, if you remember a while back, we had a professional golfer here on the show, Tony Michai, and he talked about his academy. And we got a lot of responses from the viewers saying, how can you have a professional golfer on the show and not tell us about the tips and what's going on here in golfing in the region? So,
okay, that's fair.
So, since that last interview, did you go out there and try to improve your swing a little?
I don't think it can be improved. I think I've hit the same distance since I was 12 until now. I'm not going to tell you my age, but
well, maybe
it's remained the
after
same.
Today's interview, we can add at least maybe 1 or 2 meters to that.
Okay.
on the
it's
roll.
Yards, by the way.
Meters, yards, meters, yards.
Miniature golf. It's so obvious.
Getting to the man of the hour, like I mentioned before, Mr. Tony Michai, thank you very much for joining us once again here. It's been a pleasure. Swadee Cup.
My pleasure.
Well, you talk so much about, especially developing, golf here, especially in the young generation with your academy. Looking at the bigger picture though, golf in general, Southeast Asia and Thailand, where do you see it?
Okay. First of all, take our inventory, first of all, in Thailand. The golf courses are still #1 for the population. We still have the most in Southeast Asia. And our golf courses here in Thailand are still good value for the money. It hasn't gone, the prices haven't skyrocketed. Hoi Hin alone has unbelievable golf courses there for the value. You're talking about people can come in from all over the world. So I'm very happy that Thailand, especially for expats, they got to get out and play. There's a lot of expats here that still have not, that haven't really tried them all, but just try, just really try, just try going out and playing. So the inventory, the championship golf courses, we were voted, Black Mountain got the #1 golf course in all of Asia. That's in Hoi Hin, that's only 2 hours south. And then Banyan, we just got runner-up, it's right there. Siam Country Club, best, so everything's still the best, and it's great. So talking about where golf is right now, the inventory itself, it's still right there. International standards are key. There's no questions about it. You've got caddy services still, and now you got a caddy championship. Would you believe right now that the caddies have their own championship done by the president at the Borpal, Kun Mike. This group that they have, the Eastern Seaboard Golf Course Association, led this caddy championship, and so they're developing the caddies, speaking English, getting ready for 2015, the ASEAN Economic Community, and so a lot of development. So #1, the inventory itself, standards, the software the caddies are developing, and now you're talking about the golfers themselves. Now, the golfers, I was here last time and we talked about the juniors and how to develop and grow the game through aspiring junior golfers wanting to become professionals to continue role modeling. However, like for everybody, just expats, just get out there. Last week we had a lady come from our international school, and she plays off like a single handicap, and she loves it. She's playing and she's having a good time because it's different from where we're at. So I can see how Thailand right now is developing. It's still the place to be, to come and learn. What do you call it? Learn golf, play golf, and just have a good time.
What do you see as the potential? Do we need kind of more courses, or we need better players, better coaches, better pros, as they call it?
There you go. I was interviewed the Asia Pacific Golf Summit. I get to be one of the one of the speakers. And you've got the Colin Montgomery, you got Jack Nicklaus, you got all the big names, and we get to talk about how the industry needs to grow. And some things are not, some things are liked and some things are not liked, but it's the truth. It comes down to coaching, it comes down to teaching, it comes down to creating more golfers and keeping these golfers sustaining and liking the sport of golf. If you notice, back in the 1970s, tennis had the same thing. Tennis had a downfall. And that's why last year Jimmy Connors came to Thailand for the Asia Pacific Golf Summit, and he said, don't allow golf to repeat what tennis did. And how do we do that, Jimmy, Mr. Connors? And he let it all out. He let it loose. And to this day, basically, one is if the coaches take responsibility, work very well with the general managers or the owners of the clubs, it's very easy to increase. But right now, you'll notice that these things, what they call it, iPads or whatever, are killing kids have many more options, whereas before a Saturday and Sunday, when you go play golf, it's all day long. So what do we really need? We need leadership with the associations, and I can tell you that the PGA of Thailand has taken the critical role, the leadership role of being the leader in the ASEAN community. Thank goodness with all the good players in the Thailand PGA. But the government behind it, with the president right now, the new president, he's led a way to really increase, let's say, development and making sure that the coaches can intrigue the student, and actually the students are improving. You know, and if you improve faster, you'll definitely stay with the game of golf. So hopefully these associations will work faster, and we're there to support them. So yeah, to answer your question, we need good coaches, you know. So
well, you know, looking at you mentioned role models in the beginning, and I'm thinking about there's a lot of upcoming men and women professional golfers in Thailand, in the region as well, that seem to really setting a stage internationally. I mean, how do you see Asia comparing with the professionals in the West? Do you see us working our way up there, or do we have those on par?
It's still my personal opinion right now is you've had a handful of girls LPGA who they did the Ladies European Tour, the LET in Europe, and they've had success, but it's been quiet success because we don't hear about it often. But the girls on the LPGA, you've got unbelievable Parnapong. I mean, she's an unbelievable role model, and then you've got many two other girls right now that have really just worked their butt off to keep their tour card, and so but then you got the new girls, the sisters Aria, they are, what do you call it? They're the new breed. I mean, they're very young, and their family just had committed themselves to golf. So you got a lot of girls. Now the guys, it's always a lot easier to find a female a junior scholarship for a girl, because universities really want them from all over the world and the tour. But the guys are so deep. There's a lot of deepness. So comparing boys and girls right now in the what do you call it, the pipeline, to become a qualified golfer, it's a lot easier for the ladies. I think to answer your question, yes, we are comparable. We have the experience. It just takes some time. It used to be like 10 years ago. It used to be the food was an issue, traveling was an issue, but now it's not. They've got personal managers. If it's not their parents, it's somebody, and they always talk to the person who's done it before. Virada, she came back to Thailand after she retired, and she has been an inspiration to a lot of just telling about her experience. And now people are breaking her records, and breaking her achievements, and it's great. You'll see more of that. You'll see more of that.
Okay. Well, what are some of the things that you want to achieve, like for your academy? Yeah.
For me, right now, one is we want to at least grow the game of golf. Okay, let's say there's 100 families right now. We want it to be almost 300. So we want to hopefully times it by 3. Okay.
Over how long?
For how long?
No. Over how long? I mean, because you want to triple the numbers.
Over the next decade. So we've got another. I'm sorry, it's 2012 now, so another 8 years to just to focus on establishing that golf and break the barrier that golf is for the elite. It's for some reason the last 10 years, over the last decade, the barrier has always been like it's a rich man's sport, it's a rich person's sport. But now you see a lot of girls playing golf. When I first arrived in Thailand, nobody would play golf because they were all worried about that.
Oh, right.
Now there's a way, there's a method, there's actually a proven method. If you learn it, you have celebrities playing golf every morning, every night. It's awesome.
Okay, now I have to ask, how do you do that? How do you play golf without getting tan?
Yeah, I'll make sure I get you that information. So there's ways. There's definitely ways. So we want to increase. We want to share the news. We want to spread the news that golf is not. When we were growing up in the United States, so $5 we could play all day. And so we need to really get that news. Get the news that anybody can play golf. It's for everybody. Why can a caddy play golf? Why can now everybody? It's not the elite anymore. So that's what we want to achieve. We want to achieve that golf is friendly for everybody.
Okay.
Well, we did promise out there that we at least give you a few tips to improve your game. So I know when you were talking about your academy, you said you were really focusing on the swing.
Yes.
What are some of the most common, I guess, mistakes that people made when they're first picking up the club, or maybe those who have been playing for a long time but just have some bad habits?
There you go. Number one, well, let me leave you with this: is the golf club is actually a tool. Okay, it's not a rocket scientist. It doesn't. You don't need to be a CEO to swing a golf club. You can be anybody. When golf first started, it was done by the shepherds. You know, so very simple. When you pick it up, it's an inanimate object. So all you gotta do is focus on just swinging it backwards and forward and swinging the golf club to the target. So get yourself a really good grip, okay? Make sure the grip is good, and you can see your local teaching professional on that. But what we like to focus on is just create that arc. Create the swing going back and forth. You know, a lot of people are worried about how much do I put my weight on, 90% on my right side, do I put my butt out, do I put my left arm straight, my head needs to stay still. All those things will take care of itself if you focus on just swinging the golf club. It's a tool. It's like a hammer. Whenever you're not worried about how much your elbow your elbow bends when you're hammering the nail. So you hold the golf club, you go to the right, you go to the left, and that's it. I mean that's it sounds simple.
You make it sound so simple.
Come see us for sure. It is simple. It's very simple. It's like in Thailand. And a lot of expats, a lot of people who I've met, they love this one, and they think it's really silly, but I've done it on TV many times. I've used it, and it really works, and that is, it's a bucket of water. If you could throw a bucket of water, you can play golf, So if you could throw a bucket of water, just imagine it taking right and left, just going back right and left, you're not thinking so much. You're not thinking about my hands and stuff like that, and it's very simple. And so in Thailand, Thais are very well known for throwing buckets of water. So it works. It works.
We've had lots of practice with throwing buckets of water, so anyone can be good at this, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, if people want to find out more information about you, how can they do that?
Oh, please. You can contact the show, but www.tmggolfeducation.com. So that's our website, and please, I'd like everybody to visit it, or you can do Facebook at TMG Academy, and we're right there.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for coming once again, giving us some of your valuable time, and hopefully, I don't know if, well...
You gotta go learn it. It's just throwing a bucket of water.
I don't really know. Maybe I'll just stick to the little miniature putt.
No.
The mini putt. But thank you very much, Tony, once again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cup. Don't go away, though, because we have a lot more coming up on So This is Thailand.
Welcome to Expat Travel Pick. I'm Josh Hyland, and today we have picked a very special location for you indeed. Whilst it's scorching hot outside, we're indoors here where it's nice and cool. This is one of the only places in Thailand where the ice is not going to melt. So come on guys, let's take a look at these guys skate, huh?
Ice Planet, Bangkok's newest hangout spot for everyone. Situated on the 7th floor of Siam Discovery Center in the heart of Bangkok. This venue is the right place where you can experience various fun activities. Whether you're looking for a place to relax with your friends, your colleagues, or a place to host an event, Ice Planet is definitely the place you're looking for. Ice Planet is equipped with an international standard ice rink where you spend time exploring your skating abilities and master your techniques with Ice Planet's international professional training coaches. The rink is also a perfect place for a game of ice hockey. If you're in preparation for a big game, keep yourself fit in the mini fitness hall. Tired from all the sporting activities? You can relax, unwind, and enjoy a nice cup of tea in Ice Planet's exclusive indoor English garden. Ice skating is a source of enjoyment for many people. The main reason is the hot air outside. But also, many people are nostalgic for the cold, moist air of winter that's hard to come by here in Bangkok. It's fun at the same time, and in addition to skating for fun, you can also consider it a good workout.
Well guys, that wraps up this week for us. Had a fantastic time here. You really have to come and check it out. We're on the 7th floor at Siam Discovery. As I said, this is the end of Expat Travel Picks for this week. Thanks for watching. Bye.